Hey guys, today we're going to be going over how to annotate a sheet. This is an ADOT project that we did a little truck wash building for them here on an existing site. You can see our construction notes. We have some text, callouts. Everything's referring to this construction list, reference list, just displaying what we're building and how the contractor should build it. So let's get right into it. So there are, under the Annotate tab, there's a dimension area and a multiliter area. I have condensed these down into some toolbars. This is the multiliter toolbar here and the dimension toolbar there. To get those, you go under View, the View tab over here at Toolbars. The multiliter toolbar is an AutoCAD generated toolbar. So that's under the AutoCAD option and multiliter. The dimensions is actually a Dibble generated toolbar. So that's under the Dibble option and Dibble dimension. So click those on and you can set them to your space here. So each one has a pull down, and these are options. Construction notes are the circle notes. Reference is the hexagon. Removal, demolition is the square. New is your new text. That's the invert call out here. That's the new text. And then exist is the yellow, smaller text for existing features. So let's go ahead and start one construction note here. You're going to push this button to generate the command. Click once, the length of your leader. Click again, it will ask you for a number. Let's say number 3, and enter, and there you go. And we're calling out number 3, which we don't have on the sheet. So a lot of times we'll call out an area leader for concrete, asphalt pavement. To get that guy, you select, and under properties, arrowhead, we'll choose this pull down here, user arrow, and it's going to be the area leader, and hit OK. And there you go, you get the squiggly. You can also add leaders, which is this button here in the Annotate tab. It is this add leader. So hit that guy, click the leader you want to add to, and you can click wherever you need to. A lot of times we'll do this for big areas of concrete or asphalt. If you hit F10, it will lock in your angles, so you know you're getting that 60-degree angle. And again, we Dibble standards, we go up and to the right or down and to the left, just like this entire sheet. Look at that. So demo note, let's say we need a demo note. We'll just pick demolition on the pull down. Again, generate the command, click, click, and a number 2. And it's that square for demo. Let's see, new text. Just choose the new option and type away. Click to accept, and there you go. Existing comes in yellow and a tiny bit smaller. And there you go. So you'll generate these notes all over the page to describe what you're building. This is a block that we've created. To be honest, I'm not sure where that is located, but I have it on my tool palette. You can email me and I'll send it to you. But it is the keynote. So we'll pull that into the drawing. Maybe. There it is. So a lot of times this will be our typical call out, and we'll snap it to our note there. And you can change the text by clicking these 3 dots, and you could type whatever you want and then click to accept. And that's how I've called out these inverts. That's a sand oil interceptor with an invert going in and an invert going out, so we can type that in. This is a dynamic block. This arrow flips it to either side, and this arrow pulls the length of the line to make it look nice, just like that. Let's see, dimensions. So we have our dimension toolbar here. Again, with a pull down, with existing text, that will be the yellow and the smaller. New will be cyan and a little bit larger, and then the radius we'll go over in just a second. So let's click on the new. Let me show you the difference between linear dimension. I'm just click, click, and click versus the, what is that called? Aligned versus linear. So the linear will take a orthogonal measurement regardless of how long these are. So let's say we're measuring those same points on an angle. That might be the true length versus the orthogonal length. And you'll notice these are calling out the 4 feet. It's actually measuring the inches on the page because all of our annotation is done in the paper space. So to get that through the viewport to measure real space, this is 10 scale drawing. So we'll select those, and under properties, you'll go down to dim scale linear, and that's just going to scale the measurement by 10 for a 10 scale drawing. And this is measuring actual space within the viewport. You can see this number 8 under my quick property is set to 10. So that's measuring 8 feet in real space through the viewport, but the note itself is actually in paper space. We'll go ahead and do an existing. Oh, that did not change. Oh, because these should be on the dimension layer. Always make sure you're putting things on the correct layer. So dimensions are on the CNO dims. Keynotes will be on the CNO key N. So you can see the difference between the text. The new is the cyan bold, and the existing is yellow and a little bit smaller. For overlapping dimensions, let's say well, I guess they're already overlapping. Under the Annotate tab, there is a little break point here. It's also on the toolbar. So we'll click that, click the dimension you want to break, and then click the dimension that it's breaking because of, and it will have this little gap, which is also dynamic. So as we move our dimension, that gap also moves. Just looks a little cleaner, so we're not having lines conflicting. And then the radius call out. Let's just draw an arc. Come on. So we need to measure the radius of this. This might be a driveway, the curb radius. So we'll hit radius on the pull down, and this is just going to add an R to the end of the suffix of the dimension, and then this radius button here. And then you just click the curve and then click to set it. And again, this should be on the dimension CNO dims layer. And there you go. Again, this will need to be scaled through the viewport, whatever the scale of the drawing is. And there you go. Lastly, we'll go over some sheet text. Again, this is from the Dibble tool palette, sheet text. There's primary road text, building or side road, a little bit smaller, profile elevation, that's for the profile, parcels and potholes. We'll just go over a few here. Let's say that's Camelback Road. It's big, it's bold. The building is also bold, but not as big. Building there, you can see the differences in there. Oh wow, I'm in the model space for some reason. And then right on down the line, whatever you're using it for. Parcels is small and italicized. You can see some text around the sheet already, existing building, green for notes there. So that's our sheet text. Good luck with your annotation.